Take a look at this, a large trash fire behind a warehouse in southeast Houston. We are happy to report so far no injuries have been reported, but we're told crews are having a hard time getting to the fire.
The fire is happening at a business on Kellogg Street. Anieli Ruiz joins us live near that scene with the latest. Anieli, you've been there just over an hour. What have you learned so far?
Hey guys, yes, we are live out here on scene. So sorry I got distracted, but I see the fire chief and other fire officials gathering. It looks like they'll be having a press conference within just a few minutes. They're going to be gathering us, but as you can see behind me, the fire is still actively burning out here. You can see the thick black smoke that's still coming out here. Whenever the wind kind of shifts, we can smell the burning of tires out here. Again, right now they're telling us that TCEQ is going to be out here trying to monitor the air to make sure that it is safe for people out there. They are telling us it is a big area, so it's very difficult for them to control it, but we do see even more engines arriving here on a scene. Take a listen so you can hear what the fire chief had to say about the dangerous heat out here for firefighters.
We do have our rehab system in place, which includes obviously all the coolants that they need, the hydration, along with medics. We're also asking for a cooling bus for them because the heat is a concern for us as well for their health and safety.
And again, a press conference is about to start just right now. The fire chief standing right next to me as we're hoping to be able to get additional information as this has been burning for nearly 2 hours already, hoping to be able to figure out what exactly happened and how this was able to occur. Again, we do know right now that there are no injuries that have been reported. But here's the fire chief. Chief, what can you tell us right now?
Right now, after the last interview, we're still definitely putting out the fire. Like I mentioned, this tire fire is a very difficult fire, but we do have, it's a 211, so we have more than 100 units right there. Along with those units, we do have TCEQ, Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, along with our health department, that's going to be monitoring that area along with Public Works to ensure the safety of everyone. So we are monitoring that. At the current time, the indications I'm getting is no need for shelter in place. And we are doing two things, extinguishing the fire and, of course, protecting the homes if there is such if that does occur, we're ready to respond to that. But we do have two operations going, protecting, those neighborhoods, which right now we don't see an immediate neighborhood, but we're monitoring those closely. And then, of course, the tire fires and debris fire that we have.
Chief, a lot of elderly people live in the area, and I know that sometimes their concern is they have health risk. Is this worrying?
Right now, we're not. What we're seeing is not, the smoke is not going towards neighborhoods. The air is helping us out, and the weight of the product is also, it creates the smoke, which makes it lighter, so it's in our favor right now.
¿Puedo repetir la información? Estamos en vivo para Univisión, más Univisión. ¿Puede repetir brevemente la información que acaba de compartir?
No, ahorita lo que estamos haciendo,
And again, you just heard the chief. They are right now continuing out here. Over 100 firefighters are out here on scene actively. We do see dozens of fire trucks out here making sure that they protect the area to ensure that other residents are safe and that there are no homes that are in danger right now. And I was going to ask him right now to see how many homes are actually close to the fire. Let's see. Chief, how many homes are near the fire that you think are kind of concerning?
Right now, what we see is about 25 or so, but we're getting our drones up to get the accurate count. So that's just an estimate what I can see, but I'll get you those correct numbers once we get that.
And are those residents evacuated or they're in their homes?
Right now, they're in their homes. Like I said, right now, if you look at the plume model, it's going away from those neighborhoods, which is good. But of course, there's always that possibility, so we're monitoring those very carefully, and we'll have our teams ready to announce the evacuation if need be.
Is it hard to put out a fire like this, Chief?
Very hard, because the tires are extremely hard, a lot of water. It's a very difficult fire to put out.
We saw 2 buses go through, 2 metro buses.
That's for the health of our firefighters. With this heat right now, you asked earlier, so that's just a precautionary measure. Our firefighters are out in the element, so kind of give them that the cooling effect so we could go out and continue all night long.
So they're rotating how long on?
Right now, what we do is 20 minutes at a time when they're on with their gear, and then of course we do have safety officers that monitor the time that they're in gear, come and bring them out. So it's a very coordinated effort with our safety officers.
Chief, you mentioned earlier that there were tires that were burning. Any other materials that have become any concern yet?
Right now, the primary material is tires. And that's, like I said, it's a recycling plant, but the primary product we're seeing is tires.
What was those flames or that fire that reignited earlier? Was it tires or was it another?
No,
material?
right now there's no being reignition. It's just that it's been continuously burning. So what we're seeing.
How big is this area for people?
It's a big area. Like I said, we're getting our drones to try to get. So it is a pretty big area. I would say the size of a football field, maybe bigger, but we have it very concentrated. So that's what we're doing. And there is vegetation around the area. So we're also getting our wildland teams and our boosters to make sure we get wet that area so there is no extension of the fire.
Any update on the air quality?
Right now they're still monitoring. They don't see any concern right now, but as always, we take the extreme precautions, so we continue monitoring that. The main thing is just we don't see it impacting homes. We don't have as you can see, the smoke's going up, not down, so that's a good thing for us because of the weight.
Chief, what's your message to the community? When people see fires like this, they obviously expect it to dissipate. It's not dissipating, it's still ongoing.
So the message is, one, is this is a difficult fire because of the product. Tires are very difficult, right? So we're doing that, we're putting water on there, so it's gonna be the water, and then we start seeing as we start making more entry. But that's the thing. Two, I think the important piece is to remember that we are monitoring closely. We have over 100 firefighters, as you can see, the units that we have. We do have hazmat teams, the Texas Commission on Environmental Quality, along with the health department, so we're continuously monitoring to ensure the safety of the residents in the area.
I know we're yet.
Paying attention to any messages that we got. Office of Emergency Management sends out those messages, as well as the Houston Fire Department sending those messages, which are going to be done in Spanish as well. So those are the key things that we're looking at. And if it comes to that evacuation piece, we'll take the approach and coordinate with the HPD. And if we have, going door to door and say this is possibly a good time, but right now we don't see that.
Thank you
so much.
Phones, yes.
Chief, any water concerns?
Right now, no.
And again, you just heard the chief. He's trying to give us an update on the very latest. We'll send it back to you guys as we continue to monitor this situation.
All right, Aniela Ruiz, thank you. A couple of things that stood out to me with Chief Muñoz. They got two operations going on, one to fight the fire, the other to keep an eye on homes nearby with drones. They said about 20 homes in the area so far, no shelter in place, smoke not drifting towards the homes. That is very good news.
And Len, I did see some fire hoses there on the line of where the trees are and that subdivision. So that's also great there to take that extra precaution.
Let's bring